Hi, everyone, and welcome to Play on K, the Korean drama podcast with Emily.
And Raquel.
This is the show where we take a K drama, we watch it 2 episodes at a time, and then we get together here every week to talk about it.
Yes, this week we watched episodes 3 and 4 of Happiness.
Yeah.
This show is so well paced.
It's so well paced.
I am so impressed because in my mind I was like, how are they going to pace this out where I am interested but not fully stressed constantly? And they have done such a good job.
I was gonna posit, I don't know if it's a hot take because I think everyone will fully agree, that Korean media are kings and captains of the social commentary, especially through zombie horror media.
Yes. Like, how are they pulling that off?
I don't know.
They're so good at it. They are so good at social commentary.
They're so good at social commentary. Oh, the discussion on the title of the show, like where that came from. So good. Such a deep cut. And then we dive into Han Tae-seok's storyline more and more. So good. Such a deep cut.
Yes. And like, it's very parallel to like the have and have nots of what is happening inside of the apartment complex, where it's like the owners that live on the higher floors are constantly and literally holding that over the renters who are the have-nots, and the way that they like speak to and about the renters, and it's so good how it's all unfolding. And there's like these storylines that are all, I mean, so much of Korean media is immaculate because it is very like the enemy is like the one who has all the power and the money and everything. It almost always. I have a hard time even remembering any K-dramas that aren't about that struggle, but it's so relevant. I never get sick of it. I'm never like, "Oh, this again?"
Right? I feel like the only ones that aren't are the classic rom-coms where it's the CEO falls in love with the poor girl. And it's so unproblematic. It's like there are obviously tropes, like the rich mom throwing the juice or water or wine in the poor girl's face and saying, "Leave, here's a bunch of money, get out of my son's life, you'll never be good enough."
Yeah.
But I feel like for the most part, they stick with the like, well, he's rich, he's a chaebol, but he's so lovely too.
He's different. He is a man of the people.
Forget the fact that he's emotionally unavailable in every sense.
Yeah.
But he's good. He's not like them. Whereas, yeah, more slice of life and especially horror dramas are pretty good at being like, we know who the real problem is.
Yeah. It's always, the vibe is always eat the rich, unless it's, yeah, like you said, the classic. And he was a CEO, and not a bad one, like all of the CEOs that you know.
He's a good one.
He's a good one. He's had everything handed to him his whole life, but he's still humble. Okay.
Is
I doubt it.
I really seems like he's not, but like he's nice to one girl, so I mean I'm in love with him.
You cast the hottest actor, so
I guess I'll
sacrifice all my morals.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
Yeah. But this show, it's popping off. They're doing a great job. We've got social commentary baked in too. Very good tension building, very good tension release. Very good moments of worry and moments of funny and moments of cuteness. Oh my god.
Yeah, they had the way that they have me so thirsty for this romance.
Oh my god.
Have you seen that? It's like a pretty overplayed joke. But have you seen that, like, joke online of people? Usually it's paired with the Lee Min Ho disgusting shit. Uh, um, but it's like whenever I watch a Western romance and they're making out by the first episode, because I'm used to K-dramas, and then it's someone being like horrible, and then like it switches to like that's the disgusting shit, and then it switches to like me when they hold hands on the like 17th out of 18 episodes, and it's like Twitter pated. That is how I felt about their hug. That is fully how I felt about their hug, where I was like, they hugged and that was it for me. I was like, yes, they're doing it.
And they like kind of hugged. She fully hugged him. He kind of hugged her because he's so nervous because the girl he likes is hugging him.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I'm living for it.
Yeah. Yep. They fully have captivated me in a way that obviously the last show we watched was My Dearest. It was insanely romantic. But I think that the fact that he has loved her since the beginning and like she just gave him a hug, there's something about that that got my heart fluttering in a different way.
Yeah. It's not the epic romance that will last for all time and hurt us in so many ways. This is an easy one to enjoy. This is trauma bonding.
Yeah, until one of them gets a horrible virus and throws himself off a roof.
No!
I'm just kidding. I really don't think that'll happen probably, right?
No. Do you have any hot takes, though?
I did write down, like, I came in really hot because I was actually pretty mad at Sebom in the very first of episode 3. I was just really frustrated, so I wrote down something that is not accurate to how I actually feel. But I just wrote, hot take, Sebom is a fucking stupid person.
Oh no!
Because it stressed me out.
She went in the zombie shed?
Yeah, she went in the zombie shed to save her coworker, who willingly went in the zombie shed to like...
To die.
To die, essentially.
To make and it's a couple bucks before he died, but to die.
Yeah, and it's like... We talked about this last time, where they have added a very interesting human element to the zombies, which is talked about in these episodes, and I'm sure will continue to be a thing. And it's that they retain humanity. They just come in and out of it. And so killing them does feel significantly more wrong than any other zombie media that we've ever seen. Because killing zombies in previous media was sensible. They're already dead. They're gone. They are not their human selves anymore. These guys might come back. So it's like, when I sat with it for a minute, I understood it more, but my initial gut reaction of her throwing the doors open and then like throwing herself at all of the zombies, all the infected people, I don't know that we can call them zombies, I don't know, but like all these infected people who have the madman rabies virus is what they call it here.
Which seems more insensitive than zombies.
Yeah. There was just like something so like viscerally I felt so bad. I was just like so mad that she was risking the safety of every single person, both inside and out, because the people like, outside
hot
have
take,
guns.
They're good for closing the doors.
Yeah.
They were in the right for being like, she chose this.
Yeah. Like, I'm not that mad about it because, like, they don't want to they have families too. Like,
yes,
they're just doing their best out here and they don't know what's going to happen. And they don't have, like, the random seeming immunity that she does. Like, we don't actually know because she got scratched but not bitten. We don't know what the timeline is or if she was ever actually infected or if she has a resistance. We simply do not know. But they don't. Like, they've never seen a person with resistance besides her. She's the only one who's gotten infected and walked out alive. Like,
so close that door.
So
don't
close
let
that
any
door.
of those people out.
Yeah. So I was really mad at her, clearly, because I wrote that she was a fucking stupid person. She's not. She's very likable, and I like her. I just had a solid 10-minute period where I was like, no, she was wrong.
Oh, that's so funny because I wrote the same thing, but for her next scenes where she talks to her partner for a little bit and then she walks out and gives a little bit of flack to the lieutenant. She's like, you guys don't even try and help these people, do you, or something. And the lieutenant fully claps back with,
yes,
I've watched my coworkers die trying to help all these people. Like, this is not a joke. This is not a game.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best and watching people who I really respect and even love on some level also trying their best.
Yeah.
And they are dying. And you're coming in here like, we're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
We're not doing what we can for these people. Like, shut the fuck up. And I think they like zoom outside and Yi-hyun is doing the same thing with Han Tae-seok. He's like, you guys are being really cruel to these people. And Han Tae-seok is like, we are trying to find a cure, and it's really hard to both keep this contained and keep testing and finding a cure for this. Like, we're doing our best, sir.
We're just working with what we've got, and if we're being a little bit insensitive and like utilitarian about it, like, it's because we have to. We have to do what's in the best interest of the most people.
Yes. Which does fall apart as the episode goes on. Obviously, he's like keeping a drug dealer hostage in one of the trucks. Yeah. But in the moment, it's hard not to take Han Tae-seok's side and see him being like, we're just trying to contain this disease, and it's getting really hard with the numbers that we're seeing and the ferocity of this disease. And have these two newbies come in and be like, but you're doing bad. You're not being very civil about it.
You're not nice like me, the person who went in there to get my partner, the guy I know and appreciate, and endangered all of your partners that you work with every day.
Who were not infected.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you guys are in the wrong. I love you so much, but you're so wrong for this.
Yeah, and she has consistently mocked the lieutenant for, like, her caution and fear as well, which is, like, a thing we, like, mentioned and, like, laughed about, but also were like, she might have a gun. I wouldn't test her. I wouldn't do that.
Let's not.
Yeah. But, like, then if you really conceptualize it of, like, this lieutenant, I really keep forgetting her name. I have Asian Wiki pulled up.
Right? Is her name on there? I don't know. I think there's so many characters that giving them a stereotype name that others can follow is fine.
Yeah. Her name is Lee Jisoo. But we'll keep calling her the lieutenant so that everyone knows who we're talking about. And like you said, yeah, there's a lot of people to keep track of. So Lieutenant Lee is, like, if we conceptualize it with what she said, what you brought up, about how she's watching people die all the time, working, trying to get her job done. Like, so the fact that she has been mocked multiple times by Sebum is actually kind of like, I'm not
frustrating.
Yeah, Sebum is not maybe quite as endeared to me as she was at one point when it was like, well, yeah, she's like kind of an asshole, but like it's funny. It's like, this is pushing the boundary of like no longer funny. The people you're fucking with are not your enemies.
Yeah, and she doesn't do it these episodes, so it's fine. She's got more awareness of the problem.
Yeah.
But should we jump in? Do you have any other hot takes?
That's all from me. I feel like, yeah, we went long on these hot takes. Whoops.
They were hot this time. We came in hot against the leads. That doesn't happen.
It's fresh. It's new. It's hot.
Roll that transition. Because we jump in right at the top which is what you were talking about. She rushes into the trailer, and then our boy Yi-hyun shows up out of nowhere, also pushes 5 soldiers out of the way to rush into the trailer. I wrote, they really let anyone do anything here. Because we said it last episode, we'll say it again. The security at this place is odd.
Yes. Yeah. They all have guns. And, like, good on them for not using them as liberally as, for example, the United States might.
We've got different practices. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. But also, yeah, the fact that they have guns and our main characters are like, I've got plot armor, I guess. So yeah, they really are letting anyone do anything, including like Yi Hyun gets his choice of weapons. He's like, what weapon? Sorry, Tae Sok is like, what weapon do you want at the gate? And he's like, that one, I want the flashbang.
Okay. And he just takes it off of a dude. Like, you probably don't need this. Yi-hyun needs this. He's going into battle right now. I mean, okay. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. But moving forward, we keep moving forward because there's so much to unpack in these 2 episodes. I feel like going back through my notes of episode 3, I'm like, oh yeah, so much happened because so much happened in episode 4. So we get that night, they call Yi-hyun's mom for the first time. And she gives a little bit of backstory on Yi-hyun getting involved in maybe not the best crowd after his high school days. And she's like, thanks for putting him on the straight and narrow. And Sebum, God bless her, is like, he was a cop before I met him. He was fine. He wasn't like doing crime.
Yeah, he's fine. Which yeah, it's like a hint that he was with the wrong crowd, but they also started the whole series with him making like not I don't know. It's a bad choice in the sense that obviously like don't unalive yourself just cuz your baseball career is over. Like you'll find something else out. You're 17 or something. 18 maybe. So like you're okay. You'll be okay. But like it's like reckless teenager, like my life is over, right? And so that is like where we know his headspace was at. I guess he kept kind of having that. It wasn't magically over just because Sebum stepped in.
Surprise, surprise. You push someone off a roof and they're not cured of depression.
Wild how that works.
Weird. They really tried in Death's Game, but here we are. Then we get the start of the unraveling of the zombie upstairs. There's noises in the night. Everyone's upset. So Yi-hyun goes upstairs for like the 4th time. And the husband, clinician, I don't know what to call him except the husband. The cheating husband answers the door. And he's got his mistress with him.
Yes.
And he's like, this is my wife's friend. And she's here to help me take care of her. And I do not understand this relationship. I could never be a mistress. She is so strong for being like, I'm going to watch you murder your wife and then trap her as a zombie in the bathroom for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
And still want to be with you. Sorry?
What? Yeah, and she had pretty well given up on him later on, and seemingly wants nothing to do with him unless he pays her lots of money. But yeah, that said, I would be in a constant state of I'm in danger. I would have already left the city.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with a dude who will murder his wife in front of me. I don't want anything to do with, like, romantically with a married dude in the first place. That's insane.
Right.
But like, you know, she made her choices, but now get yourself to safety. Don't stay in that relationship.
Don't stay in that room.
He doesn't give a shit about other people. He's dangerous, and so is his zombie wife.
It's something I'll never understand, is how do you care so much about your reputation that you're like, well, everyone here knows that I'm the mistress, so I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna stay here with the dude I watched murder someone.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be locked in that room. I think I'd rather be out and about where people can see me and see that I'm safe. And even if they think I'm a homewrecker, I'd rather have that for a few hours until I can leave than be murdered. You know?
Yeah.
It's just me.
That's just our stance here at Play on K. Is our thing.
Hot take. Don't lock me in a room with a murderer. Call me crazy. But because of that, we get the bathroom scene. Because maybe it wasn't Yihyun knocking on the door. They go back and forth. Everybody's knocking on that door. But eventually Sebum is the one knocking on the door.
Yes.
And she gets let in. He's like, you probably shouldn't come in here. But if you're gonna, my wife's in the bathroom. And she's like, well, she's really quiet, so she's probably fine. We get another one of the best horror scenes in cinema. It's so good. That shower scene, Raquel.
It was so good. And you know what I'm about to make this about, the zombie mechanics. The mechanics of how these zombies work, they have just thickened the plot in a very interesting way because she can be reasoned with. Because she has one thing in mind, and it is her husband.
Her mortal enemy.
Yep. And
that's sick.
Yeah. It's so wild that, like, yeah, Sebum's standing. I was freaking out. I was like, don't leave the shower ever. You have to.
Oh my god.
You have to wait for your husband to come get you. Like, I'm sorry. That shower is your home until he does. He will. He's that kind of guy. But, like, hold the line. And so when she was going to open the door, I was like freaking out. I was freaking out. And yeah, it was fine. The wife really didn't care. She was like, thanks.
She had one objective.
Yeah.
So yours is the mechanics, which is incredible. Yeah. Mine is the use of glass in these 2 episodes.
Oh my god.
Like, there's that scene, there's the scene in the parking garage where they finally get that door closed, they lock it, and someone slams against it, yelling for help, only to get dragged away. And then there's the scene where the security guard zombie is right outside. So much glass in this building, so beautifully used.
Yeah. And that is... I'm so exhausting, I'm sorry. That is in and of itself its own zombie mechanic, is that a lot of, like, I think of, like, World War Z, or, like, even, I don't know, it just seems like there's a lot of zombie movies that are like, no, they'll fully just smash their head against the glass until it breaks. Like, they have no ability to, like, feel pain, which is something they've established in this. So, like, they will instinctually just, like, use whatever.
And the first guy did that. He was trying to get to Sebum. Yeah. And he would hit his head against the glass.
Yeah. But
these guys, classy.
Yeah, they don't do... Their heads are not for hammering.
No. They're gonna knock. They're gonna claw. It's so good, because the security guard is pretty He's the tamest zombie I think we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to say, obviously, the doctor outside the shower, she's also quote unquote tame, but she's an enigma.
Yeah.
Wrapped in a mystery. She's upstairs being like, I'm a zombie, but what am I going to do about it? Whereas obviously the security guard's just like, can I get in? It doesn't seem like it, but I would love to.
I'm not going to keep pushing this. I'll just watch from here.
Because I am familiar with the security measures in this place. And these are airtight doors. Yeah. I'm not getting in. Double paned windows. I'm not wasting time on these.
Yeah, not worried about I've tested them before. I tested them long before I was infected.
And I'm not getting in. So, I'll wait out here. Zombie mechanics.
Yeah. It's very interesting. So far, at least for my brain, everything's passed the refrigerator test. I'm seeing no real loopholes. I am curious, though, yeah, why some zombies will, like, aggressively go after people and others will go after them if they have the opportunity. But, like, no one can open doors. That's good. No zombies can open doors yet. So that's excellent. They just bang on doors if they encounter a closed door.
Great news.
Yeah, we love to hear it because there is a child here.
Oh my god, the child, Raquel. I was just thinking of her because I was like, my only maybe loophole that I didn't love was that she's here and her parents aren't. Yes. And Hante-sok is like, well, her parents might be infected because they're poor people, so they probably took drugs. And it's like, okay, Hante-sok.
Okay. Can you just test instead of say that?
Or can you just, like, test and return? It really sucks to be like, so she's probably better off with you.
You're a mother now, a stranger.
Like,
congratulations.
That's actually not good for children.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that, but that's only because I didn't like it. Not necessarily because it was wrong and they made bad points. It pretty much passed the refrigerator test. I think I was just taken out of the show a little tiny bit before that when she was like, you did this during school hours so the kids wouldn't be home. And I was like, hell yeah! This is the best show ever. Best zombie show I've ever seen. They're going to have one kid in the building in all 6 of these buildings or however many there are. One child. I love that, Hante-sok. No notes.
Hante-sok's like, that would be bad PR.
You're so right.
Yeah.
I would have hated this show if it was half children.
Yeah, that was such excellent writing. Both excellent for his character, like, it wasn't necessarily because he's the best person in the whole world, but he was like, he didn't want kids to be locked inside of that building. That was a concern for him. But more importantly, it would get really out of hand with the media if he locked children in, like, an infected quarantine zone. But yeah, excellent writing from the, like, immaculate no notes. You've done an amazing job.
They did so good. So good that I was taken fully out of the show. I was so excited. Because they did at one point, I think in the first 2 episodes, establish that at least half the units were families. So I got fully nervous. Yeah. Alarm bells were ringing. And then he was like, all the kids are gone? Don't worry about it. And I was so happy. And he's like, except for your kid, who is now your kid.
your adopted child, who you love a lot. Congratulations.
And that's the point. I was like, oh, okay, come on.
Yeah. Just seems like, please test her parents first and see what's up. I mean, seemingly, this is a big jump to the very end, but seemingly things are not going well.
So. Right. At the very least, you could get her out and be like, so she'll also get tested and go live with her aunt. I don't know.
Or, yeah, someone. Like, yeah, you don't have to keep her inside of the quarantine zone, just because her parents might be infected. I do understand that that might present some issues as far as like if you get her out, but then you tell her parents, like, you cannot have her. She is being taken from you. I get how that could be messy, but also, like, I mean, I guess if the game plan was to test them and then take her out, like, either way, that's over. That opportunity is gone because at this point, like, no one's getting to that building. So,
right? It's all awful. Oh, we have a kid involved. We hate it.
yeah. Can I do a confession?
Yeah.
I did look up if anything happens to her. I got too stressed. I literally, at the moment that the zombie, the Minji zombie, the cheated upon and murdered wife,
Yeah.
Came around the corner and it was just the little girl, I was like, pause and
Hey, hey, Koja. What's going on with this little girl? What's the verdict?
Do you want to know on the pod or do you want me to tell you later? We can just do like a 10-second skip if we want to know right now.
I think we should stay on the pod because I don't know if any of our listeners are like, I want fully no spoilers. I don't care if the little girl dies. Like, I feel like everyone's okay if you're like, she's okay. She makes it through the show. That doesn't seem like that much of a spoiler.
Yeah, or they can emotionally prepare themselves if she dies a horrible zombie death.
Yeah.
Does she?
But she doesn't, right? 10-second skip.
Yeah, 10-second skip. Sorry, I should have said that. No, she doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah, she's fine by the end, so.
Thanks, Skippy. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's see. We get towards the end when the husband gets arrested because our boy Yihyun is like, for sure he murdered his wife while she was still a person. As we've established, Sebum and Yihyun are very pro-zombie. They're like, zombies have human rights. We love them for it. They're not always in the right, but you can't just murder these zombies, which is a fascinating aspect.
Yes.
So they bring it in. Yihyun is like, this dude's getting arrested for murder. And I love that. We kind of leave it on the cliffhanger because, more importantly, Han Tae-seok shows up. He's like, actually, we've blocked off 14 city blocks without anybody noticing. And you're locked in now.
Wow.
And he tells Sebum she can get out. But she's like, no, I really like my apartment.
Yeah.
So she stays in.
And like, kind of good for her to the extent that she was like, you know what? I think this feels like a kind of situation where we need an inside guy.
Yeah.
Like, things are gonna get messy fast. And she was right. They didn't get messy as fast as I expected them to in a good way. I really like the pacing. But they did once it started happening, it was like out in the courtyard, everyone was getting fucked up.
Oh my god. Because end of episode 4, it's like it's all over. Whereas end of episode 3, they realized that it was one of the trainers at the gym who was selling the drug. And they're like, we gotta arrest that guy. But really, the end of episode 3 is the hug. That's the most important part.
It was very important.
So important.
I swooned. I love them. They've given me nothing. And so now I'm hungry for it.
Because you don't know if it's real, but like you said, she initiated. This was her coming to him and being like, I needed you in this moment. It's so good. And they even have the comic relief of him being like, there's actually a convict escaping right now. I'm so sorry. I should go. And she's like, don't worry about it.
He's not getting it. I'm not concerned.
I'm not concerned. You are not leaving this hug. So cute.
That was also an excellent comedic moment of him being like, so listen. And she's like, No, you don't understand the situation. We're good.
You listen. Remember when I said I'm trapped? I meant we're trapped.
And thank God. I was so prepared to be so lonely.
It was so sad, our phone call.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. But we jump in, episode 4, they give us a replay of the hug because they know what we need. They know what we're here for. And then episode 4 dives a lot more into these characters. We get a lot more established. There's lots more of the toxic grandpa. I hate him so much.
Like, and 80% of the inhabitants of the people living in this apartment building are rough. They're not neighbors I would like to have. They're not people I would like to know.
Yeah. I really feel aligned with the lawyer. I feel like
yeah. Do you mean the lawyer or the lawyer's wife / assistant?
I think I'm the lawyer. Yeah. Like a lot worse than I would like to be, but not so toxic that I would actually send my wife or husband to like a zombie meeting. But toxic enough that I'd be like, well, I should probably hold down the fort here and maybe you can go meet I think it's just gonna be
people and not zombies there. So I think you've got this handled. I'll stay here.
I'll stay here. You go meet all the strangers. So,
yeah.
That felt like me.
I do.
If I could.
I also identify with that. I'm not an extremely brave person. A very good example of this is one time we, very much by chance, happened to see a snake trying to get, like a big bull snake, non-venomous, they're fine. But it was trying to get into our house through like a really interesting spot of like, it had climbed up some like, I don't know exactly, like it kind of looked like it had gotten on a power line and gotten to our house, and then it was like climbing, if like this is the outer wall and there's like some overhang, there was like a hole in the overhang right next to the wall, and there was a snake about halfway in it. It was a big bull snake. And I was like, we only spotted it because Craig's, my partner's nieces and sister were over like for the first time at our house, and we were like, look at our outdoor space. And then one of his nieces was like, there's a big snake getting in your house. And we were like, damn, good eye, girl. Good eye. And Craig and his sister had to pull it out of the hole. And me and one of his nieces were like, we're good back here. We'll watch. And that's who I would probably be in this situation too. Yeah, the lawyer. The guy that says, I'm good out here.
I'm gonna stay inside. I don't get why all these people are so insistent about walking around.
Yeah.
They told us, hold tight for a week, and that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna do the best at holding tight for a week that anyone has ever seen.
You won't even know I exist. I just moved in. Nobody's met me. Nobody needs to meet me. I'll be here, watching TV. It won't be that hard. I don't understand these people.
I'll wait for someone else to drop off the lunch boxes.
But we get the lawyer and his wife. We get a lot of them. They're pretty bland so far. We get the maybe comic book artist, I say, because that was her character in Rain or Shine, aka Just Between Lovers.
What?
Am I correct?
I didn't recognize her at all.
And she is the mom in Goblin. And I know we saw her in one other thing where she was in a wheelchair and she drew comics. And maybe I watched that show by myself. The only thing I recognized on her resume was Rain or Shine, aka Just Between Lovers.
Yep, she was Untak's mother in Guardian, the Lonely and Great God, or as we call it, Goblin.
As normies call it, as old people call it, I guess.
Yeah.
Goblin. That's what I recognize her from instantly every time. I'm like, who is this beautiful woman? Oh, Untuk's mom.
It feels like there was definitely something more recent than Rain or Shine that we've seen her in.
I could have sworn.
Was she in a movie?
Maybe it's a different actress that she looks very similar to, because I distinctly remember this character. And
I'm reading all of her movies as well, and nothing looks familiar as something we have watched. But yeah, it seems like we've absolutely had this conversation before where I was like, did you know she was Untuk's mother?
Uh-huh.
And
I didn't, obviously.
I remember the conversation so strongly, but there was no way, because we watched Rain or Shine / Just Between Lovers, or if you're me, Just Between Friends. We watched that so long ago that it feels like there's no way that was the thing. You have to be right. I keep going through the list of what she's been in, and none of the other shows sound familiar. Or movies. This is crazy. I'm kind of losing it over this. I need to move on.
Because she's here. And she's kind of nothing so far. She just has like a schmoozy brother who's trying to get a bunch of money from her.
Yeah. I think she's a comic book artist because she had racy, adjacent manhwa covers up next to her TV, which, immaculate. I love it.
It's so good. That's what made me think that has to be her.
Yeah. Yep, she's definitely a comic book artist in this, we've decided. Even if they come out and they're like, she's not. And I'm like, no.
Okay, it was, yes, Just Between Lovers. The supporting character, Kim Won-jin, played by Park Hee-van, is a wheelchair-bound webtoon writer and closest friend of the female lead. Nailed it. We solved that mystery. So sorry it took so long. She's back. She's better than ever. She's still maybe writing webtoons. I love that for her. I love the typecast of her just being a webtoon novelist. She's giving us nothing as a character except that she visibly and physically shies away from God.
Yes.
And who doesn't, you know?
Yeah, I'm with her. Maybe that's who I am.
Just whenever the preaching comes out, Raquel's like, ooh.
Pass.
I'm
gonna go read a smutty webcomic.
Even better, I'll draw you one. We love that for you girls. This one's for the girls.
This one's for the girls.
I love them. I love the lawyer couple. Pretty neutral on them. I love the guy upstairs with the mask who trades a blanket for a t-shirt. The moment he was happy about the t-shirt, he was like, I love it. I gasped. I didn't know I was this attached to this weird guy. But I was so worried he'd be like, oh, this piece of shit t-shirt. Like, this isn't what I asked for, you know? Just a weird vibe.
Yeah. They gave a pause. They wanted us to believe that for sure. Yeah. I did too. I was like, oh no, is he actually not a great dude? And then he was so cute about it.
He was so cute. He's like, oh, this is good. Thank you. Have you ever been up to the roof? It's really great up there. Highly recommend.
What a homie.
Cutie. Something about his eyes. Because we've got a few males who seem around the same age. There's that guy. There's Andrew, I want to say his name. The assistant cleaner.
Weirdly attached to him for how much of a mystery they have made him.
Yes.
Literally, all they had to do was be like, he's quite autistic. And I was like, my guy. My dude.
Ain't we all? We're all on the spectrum somewhere, my boy.
All of us.
All of us together. And I don't trust him at all.
Yeah, he's not trustworthy, so it is actually really, like, low IQ for me to be like, "I love him." Because he could be horrible. He could be, like, the guy who started well, we know who started it all thanks to these episodes, but, yeah, he could be a serial killer. He could be a capitalist.
What if he buys things?
No, but
He,
yeah, I
yeah.
don't I know that the only reason I'm attached to him is because they were like, he's autistic, but he's a good boy. And I'm like, yes, he's representing us, so he must be a good boy.
And then at the end, he's just like staring over the balcony ominously. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. But he also, like, didn't kill the bug that he found.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Always
feels
a good
like,
sign.
yeah, good green flag behavior to be like, a bug, go free.
Right?
Green flag.
I got to preschool today, and my daughter was like, the teacher just killed a bug, and I double killed it. I kept hitting it after it was dead. I was like, oh my god, I'm raising a serial killer. I don't know what to do. I've taught you so many times not to kill bugs.
Yeah, that scares me simply because I know that is like a point you have made her whole life. Is like, look, we're curious about bugs, and then we take them outside. Can I say though, there are people in her life that I will not name that I can imagine have violently killed bugs in front of her.
Absolutely.
So
it's frustrating. It's a point of frustration that, to me, that other adults are so quick to kill bugs that will not hurt them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should be like me and just live with like a bazillion spiders in their house.
We are protectors of the earth. The ecosystem is inside.
Yeah, and these ceilings are so tall. So even if I wanted to do harm to these spiders, or take them outside, do no harm, but not live with them, most of them are too high, and I will not be getting a ladder out to access them. So
you're gonna be fine. They're not gonna hurt you anyways.
Yeah, so they're far away.
Leave everything alone. This boy is good, and he's probably not scary murder. Let's see. We gotta keep cruising though, because we've got 2 more boys to go through. One is the blonde-haired streamer.
Oh yeah, Boo.
Pretty neutral Boo though. Like, he is a nothing Boo for me.
Yeah, he's kind of toxic toward his elderly parents, and that's a bummer.
Feels like modeled behavior though.
Yeah, he's a lot like his dad. I feel really bad about that mom and where her storyline is headed.
Yeah, that's a quick and very sad thing.
Yeah, she doesn't really stand a chance here.
No. They really were like, she's in pain for 3 days and her husband just keeps yelling at her for it. Okay, cool. End of episode 4. She's got the ick. Okay, but we cruise along because we got one more young dude to talk about, who is the gym bro, which I swear to God, Sebum constantly calls him Ajishi, and I'm like, are you not the same age?
Yeah, he looks very much the same age as her.
Yeah. Are we... Why are we Ajishiing him? Is that a personal attack?
No, I've got to check. This Ajishi was born in 1991.
She was born in 1987. I don't think that's how Ajishi works.
Yeah, if we're going simply by actor age, then she's really wrong for that.
Yeah, why are you doing that to him? What do they say? Do? Like the really offensive way to say you.
Yeah, do.
Do. Yeah. Just give him a ya. Stop calling him Ajishi.
Just a quick ya is, if you want to be rude to him, don't age him. We're all already victimized by linear time. Like, you don't need to do this to him.
You don't need to be like, Grandpa, over here. Sorry? The man who's younger than you, clearly? Like, there aren't many who are clearly younger than you, but this is a child. A 33-year-old child.
Yeah. She's so antagonistic.
I loved the chase scene. The zombie scenes in this are so good. Like, they chase him and you get some dude running around the parking lot. You get the little flashes, the perfect little zombie flashes. And then they make it to the other building and they're like, this shit has gone down. They're done. They're gone. And they gotta run back. Break out. Oh, I love it. I love zombie shows.
They're so good. And I love that there was a moment where she was like, I'm really curious. We should just stay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just see what happens. Let's just stay. And he's like, this is crazy. And then before the doors even open, they're like, psych, just kidding. Gotta go.
We can hear what's happening, and that's good enough for us. That's good. We're gone. We are out of here. Oh, I also love the little moments where he does cool cop stuff and she's like, God, that's fucking hot.
Yes. Like, he quickly deduces where the code is written on the door, and she's like, okay, I see you.
You can't make cops hot. Don't.
Yeah, don't do that. Hey,
we hate that, but you're doing such a good job.
You're crossing a line here.
It's hard to resist. I love that guy. Okay. We have to end with Hantesok's storyline. At least we have to do that before the end. We can end on maybe something better. But Hantesok's storyline is wild. So many reveals. His wife, she's got it. She's pregnant. But then you find out that the chairman that he attacked probably was attacked because he got it. And he attacked Hantesok's pregnant wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is good storytelling.
He might be like Patience, the guy who's clearly like a pharmaceutical monster. And he like is patient zero, but also decided to just release the drug out in the world, because how else are we going to find a cure if not endangering everyone?
I love that for a villain.
It's excellent because I hate him more than most K-drama villains. Sometimes they give us a villain where I'm like, you know what? I see where they're coming from. Or they give us a villain that has like, that you don't like at all, but then their motivations are just like dumb. They're just like, you're being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
His, like, they're dumb in the sense that they're not good, but like they are true to life. Like, that is how real life villains function, in like the most selfish, money grabbing, self-interest only way possible. And that is this dude 100%.
And it's so good for Hantesok's character as this secondary, like, maybe good guy, maybe villain. He is becoming more and more morally gray as the series goes on, not just for self-serving purposes, but because his wife is involved. And I love, like, there's that reflection moment where Yi-hyun told him at the beginning of episode 3, I think, like, what would you do if it was your family in this truck? And there's no context for Hantesok's like backstory at that point, so you're like, I'm pretty sure he just said something stupid, but we don't know for sure. And then we know for sure later, he's like, I've got an unborn baby that I'm worried about. Like, you don't even know.
Yeah.
And you get to the point where the chairman's acting up and the lieutenant's like, can we kill him though? It just seems like it would solve so many problems if we kill him and try and get the drug off the market, off the streets. And Hantesok is like, yeah, but then we would never get a cure. This is, if the whole world has it, we're going to expedite a cure. Yeah. You remember? You remember COVID did that?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
We'll probably bankroll that cure because that's going to be expensive. Unfortunately, because if there is something that's threatening literally everyone across all fucking verticals, then like it just seems like maybe we don't charge for this one. Maybe cost is nothing. Maybe we give the people who are looking for the cure what they need free of charge, and then they give that cure to everyone else free of charge. But, you know, we live under the capitalist boot. So
so sell it. Why not sell the disease so that you can sell the drug?
Yep.
That treats the disease. It's a model.
Yeah.
It's
what we've so got.
Dark. It's so dark, and we love the social commentary of it.
Yeah. Especially because you know that a lot of this is social commentary, like directly not even post, during COVID, because like this came out in 2020, right? 2021? 2?
Let's check it. We've got it up. 2021, December of 21. So yeah, right?
Yeah. This was like mid-pandemic. They came out with this fast. This had to be cooking, and then they were like, wow, this COVID shit is a lot like what I just wrote down.
Everybody was masked on set. That's how hot this was.
Yeah.
They're on it, I'm telling you. Korea knows what's up.
Yeah.
I love to see it. We can end on that, or we can end on Sebum saying, "Can I borrow your gun?" Because I'm pretty anti-gun, but you give me that moment, and actually, I'm changing my mind just for a minute.
Yeah, it's tough because she's such a problem. And like has consistently been a problem. But also like she is our main character and I do like her a lot, and so specifically her doing that and being like, you know what, I'm trained to use these things, I'll point them at civilians, this situation calls for it, I support it. Unfortunately, inconsistent.
You can tell that I'm the problem, and I've been brainwashed since childhood to be the problem, because I was fully on board with being like, you've unlawfully detained a police officer and an FBI agent, and you messed with the wrong law. And I was like, I don't think that means they can pull out guns on these people, but
yeah,
you know, something in my brain says it's right and they're allowed to start shooting.
You know, I've seen enough US propaganda that this feels normal and good.
This feels normal and cool.
If
really
you're a
hot
protagonist, then like do it. If you're a beautiful protagonist, get it, girl. Take that gun.
Take that gun. Go to the door and be like, open the door. You cannot just lock people in a building. That's not right. It felt right to me. I know it's wrong, but I loved watching it. I loved that scene. And there's that one where Sebum has the gun and Yi-hyun is like, nice, good move. And there's another one later where the murder husband is like trying to escape and Yi-hyun catches him, and the husband is being a problem, and Sebum is like, beat him, but like not enough so that they'll get you in trouble.
I'll cover you. Like, look at how big I am.
So bad together.
They're just enablers for each other's darkest qualities.
It's such a beautiful relationship, but neither of you should be given any powers over civilians.
Yeah, no, you guys need to always be reporting to someone who's a way better person than both of you.
But together you're so hot.
A hot, dangerous couple.
A hot, dangerous couple. I'm obsessed.
I love it.
It's so good. Okay, that's all I had to say.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through some faces right now just to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, I think that's all I've got too. Oh no. Your mic also just got suddenly kind of loud. Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm back.
We're failing technically. We've got to get out of here.
We've got to get out of here. Everything's going bad. If you have any notes, email us at playonkpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, if you want to find our newsletter sign up and our links to affiliates, then you can check that all out at playonk.com.
If you want to find the video versions of our episodes, as well as get the episodes as soon as they air, we might be changing up our perks soon. We don't know. Go check it out at patreon.com/playonk.
Yes, and then we also have, I mean, the thing you've already done to support the podcast is listen to it all the way through, and we really appreciate you. The other very free way to support the podcast is rating, reviewing, and subscribing wherever you listen to us. It really helps us out. It helps other K-drama podcast listeners find us.
Yeah. If you want to find us on social media, we are at PlayOnK or at PlayOnK Podcast. Just all around. Go find us on your favorite social media platform and give us a hey.
Yeah. And I think that's everything from us. So thanks, Matt, and thank you, Joris, for our theme song. And we will see everyone next week for the next 2 episodes of Happiness.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.